Right now we've taken the bolts out of the struts. We have the last bolt out. And if we notice, the controller now will be free inside the body. There's two ways to do it. Since it's clearly marked, the easiest way is just to disconnect it and just take it back out, and you can just put the wires on. Again, the wiring diagram is actually on the controller, and also you can also go to our web page and get it off our web page. And we have one tie wrap left. And the controller's out. You can also remove the batteries if you want. It's fairly easy to do. But the one last thing that we're going to have to do is make sure that all the wires from the back are disconnected. That means that we have to cut all the tie wraps. And we're going to make sure that the wires are disconnected from this back panel. I just unplugged one of the wires for the circuit breaker, and we have another one right here, which is the negative wire. So now that this is done, the complete rear electrical panel is disconnected. And if we can slide this battery up just a little bit, we can see that on the back panel this is all disconnected now. So after this we're going to turn it around for you to get a different view. The frame is made up and held in. It's not made up. The frame is held in by 4 bolts. These 2 bolts on the back, and then there's 2 more underneath. So we're going to turn it over now and get you to see the underside of this unit. Okay, we're taking out these last 2 bolts. This is the last one. And this is the bottom rocker panel. You can see the rocker panel just snaps on to the axle. So right now this whole motor assembly is now loose. So as we set the unit back up, one of the final steps to drop the entire unit out, motor assembly, is to remove this nut. What we're going to do is release the brake cable, and you can do that by releasing this nut. One of the things you have to do to get the brake cable out is to pull this cap off the end. And all it does is protect the end of this wire from fraying. Now we can just pull the spring off, and now we pull the brake cable out from the inside. Now all that's left is to lift the body off. Now we have the entire motor assembly with batteries. It's optional whether you want to leave the batteries on when you disconnect it. On some of the larger units, sometimes it's easier just to disconnect these batteries and take them off. Again, this is the entire rear motor assembly.